So, this will be the first video I'm doing with audio, so this is a bit different. Any videos I've done before on the old MT125 were last year, and I didn't have any audio, or if I did, it was just from the camera, which is a 8th man, not a GoPro. You know, I wasn't loaded at the time, so I didn't pick up a GoPro. I just thought I'd see what the cheaper alternatives were. And the 8-man for 1080p seemed like a good deal. You know, well, it's pretty dirt cheap actually, so anyone trying to get into vlogging or, you know, anything like that, it's a good purchase. For sure it's got its drawbacks, but you know, what do you expect for the money you pay? Currently riding down in Poole, down south in Sandbanks. I haven't seen many motovloggers doing videos down south. Everyone tends to be in London or, you know, other areas, but no one down south. So I thought I'd give it a go, and it started on the old 125. Kept that for about 8 months. Just learned to ride, so I mean, I guess this will be the story of you know, how I got into it. I had an uncle of mine who's a biker. I was never really into bikes, but then he actually showed me. He was always trying to get me into bikes. And I'd always kind of resisted saying, like, no, you know, I drive a car. And then one day he showed me a photo of the, saying like, oh, I found the perfect bike for you, and you know, this has gone on for like 20 odd years. So he showed me a photo of the Triumph Street Triple, what I'm riding now. And as soon as I saw that, I just had to have it. I just knew I had to have it. Fell in love at first sight. So I still had a car at the time. Someone smashed into my car one day when I was, you know, not in the car, but coming out home. You leave home in the morning, you go to your car, park down the road, come back to the car, and someone smashed into it. So it was total. And so I had to claim on insurance. They only gave me about £700 for a car that was about 10 years old. And I thought, well, instead of buying a car, I'm going to put the money towards doing a direct access course. Which I did. And then that was all well and good. On the last day of the direct access course, I didn't find it easy, to be honest. I thought I'd find it easier. I'd never been on a proper, you know, motorbike before. And I was finding the figure of 8 and slalom and all that. I was finding it pretty tricky. So On my last day on the Direct Access course, you go in early on to try and practice what you're going to do on the exam. And what happened was I was, practicing the figure eight and the slalom. Get it right, mess it up. Get it right, mess it up. So thought I'd get off the bike and have another go at trying to do it properly. I thought I'd get off the bike, have a drink, chill out for a second, and then, try and practice some more. So I got off the bike, which at the time was Yamaha XJ6. So it probably weighed about 120 kilos. Sorry, 200, sorry. Mine gone there. 215 kilos. And I got off the bike and I forgot to put a bloody stand down. So what happened is I got off the bike, I put my leg over the bike and it went straight through my knee. And I got pinned to the ground and I ended up at the ER later on in the day. And I couldn't walk properly for about 3 weeks. Couldn't go to work, couldn't do anything for about 3 weeks. And pretty soon after I was able to walk again, I had the CBT obviously from the first day of the Direct Access, so I went and bought myself a MT125, which you can see in my other videos, which I think is a great bike. MT125, great first bike. And pretty much rode that. I didn't have a car, so I just rode the bike. I just rode it from kind of, I think it was like September onwards, so through the winter months. So I was riding in rain and ice and snow, and so I didn't have a choice. If I had to go to work, I had to ride the bike. So that was the choice I had. So, you kind of put yourself through it. Feels rough at the time going through the bad weather and snow and ice, but you learn how to deal with it. And no, I loved it. Went on some rides out from Bournemouth, where I am, to Weymouth, Southampton, New Milton, and around, you'd say about 30 odd miles away. It's fine on a 125, You can do the distances, but it's like, gets to a point where you're not exactly comfortable doing 60 or 70 on a 125 with cars right up your arse. So I kept it for about 8 months, and I knew I'd kind of, try and get back and finish the course when I could. Boys. Regarding the noise, I know there's a lot of noise right now. I haven't got my mic set up properly. I know the mic's not set up properly. I know there's a lot of noise, so I'm going to try and sort that out. But I thought I'd come out today. The weather's been alright. Got a couple of things to do, so I thought, got the camera working again properly, and found out how to use the mic with a Bluetooth mic. So the mic I'm using now is attached to my Freemax. Is it Freemax or Freeman or Freemax? It's the cheap Senna, Chinese version of the Senna, like the cheap one with you know, hasn't got an LCD display or anything like that, but got speakers in my helmet now, so it's good. You can hear everything. It's good. Just figured out how to record from the microphone in the helmet, so that's pretty good. I know it's not got the best wind protection because I haven't got a dead cat or any other foam. It's just literally the microphone stuck inside the helmet. So when I'm going slow, I think it will be you know, all right, but I think there's a lot of wind noise when I get a bit faster. So going back to the 125, I'd nearly broken my knee, but I didn't do any permanent damage. I didn't break anything. I didn't tear anything. It was just badly sprained. Couldn't walk for about three weeks. And then yeah, took the 125, bought the MT 125. I bought that for about $3 grand. You know, it's not cheap getting a. You can do it cheap, but I didn't want to just get a cheap bike. I wasn't riding just to ride. You know, I wanted a bike that I'd really like. So I really liked the MT 125. And to get a decent one, it was going to cost me $3 grand. So that's why I had to pay. Rode it for 8 months, 7 or 8 months, like I said. And then finally, I plucked up the courage to apply again to kind of finish off the course. I literally had to do 2 days on the course and then put in for the Mod 1. And I remember I went there on the first day, and the first thing he says is, "Oh, we haven't got the 600 here, so if you ride your 125, we'll go pick up the 600 and ride it back," which was like, sure, okay. So that's what I did, and did a few days, and that was pretty good.